Today we're shooting on Valentine's Day. I'm taking Mrs. T out to a fancy seafood dinner tonight. I've got some coupons for Long John Silver's. Don't want to spend too long here.
There you go. I hope she enjoys it.
Hello, Silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoy coin shop videos, be sure to subscribe. Hey, I make a bunch of them. And if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Okay, Rich, hey, I'm back here at your shop, the Gold Depot, and where it all started, man. I started making my coin shop videos with you. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the state of silver stacking these days. How are things going in the shop?
Good, good.
And people coming in steady, or is it slowed down? Where are you at?
It's still a steady flow of people buying. Not a whole lot of people selling, but they're trickling in.
Premiums seem to be going down just a tad bit.
Yeah.
They went up for a while, and now they're coming back down to earth.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't have as many people buying as they were, 6 months ago or so. So I mean, you have a steady flow of stuff coming in and going out. So the supply and demand isn't as crazy as it was.
Yeah.
I still think that's going to change. I think the premiums won't hold this low. I think they'll continue to climb, and silver will continue to climb throughout the year.
Yeah. I know when you gave me your spot price prediction, it was a pretty high number. Where's silver going in 2023? Any ideas?
I say 50 an ounce.
Wow. Okay. Bold prediction, my friend. What are some of your reasons? Like when you think about.
So I'm still a firm believer in that prediction. So for me, it's a lot of fake numbers out there. So like unemployment rate, and a lot of that stuff, it plays a factor into the movement of silver and gold. So in all reality. When all this comes to head and the recession really starts to affect the economy, where they're not just putting band-aids on it, is when you're really going to see the increase in gold and silver. Yeah,
you feel pretty confident that we're going to have a recession in the next 5-10 years or so?
I think it'll be a lot sooner than that.
Okay. You mentioned gold. How about gold? Are people buying and selling gold, or?
They are.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, still, both metals are still heavily, being bought and sold.
Okay. Yeah, I have seen little tinges of, how do I put it? People second guessing themselves who bought silver, and some people moving from silver to gold, as because if you look around the world, gold is revered and kept as a store of wealth. Not so much silver. I'm still a steady silver stacker. I believe in silver. What would you say about that?
I mean, I think gold is a lot more stable, but I think silver, you're going to find out that silver is really the best investment. As far as the return on investment, silver is probably where it's going to be at. If silver shot up, and gold shot up, you're going to make more on dollar to dollar on silver than you would gold. But, it's just like anything else. It's manipulated, and, at some point, they're not going to be able to manipulate a lot of things, and you'll see the true value come out.
And that third metal that I know you are a big fan of, platinum.
Yep.
And hey, you still a believer in platinum?
I am.
Think it's bargain prices right now?
I think we got it 1 year to go.
Okay. And is that because of the conversion to automobile industry, or are there other things in the pipeline?
I believe it has a lot to do with the automobile industry. And we're 2 years into them being able to switch out metals. So.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, platinum was used very heavily in the auto industry, and now not so much, and you think
Right,
it
so
might
they
go
switched to
back.
palladium, and then, so my understanding in the automobile industry is that it takes 3 years to switch out the metals, and we're going on 2.5 years now.
How about collectibles in the store? I know you have a lot of really neat stuff and some
Yeah.
new display cases. What's been the bread and butter as far as the collector world?
Sports cards are really hot.
Oh, okay.
There's huge market for sports memorabilia and sports cards, so those always do really well.
Yeah. I noticed you have a pretty big supply of Cubs players because, the superior team over the Sox, but, I guess...
We just keep those around for bonfires.
Well, I had to throw that out. Spring training is right around the corner. And matter of fact, you've got some baseball bats there. You're starting to put together quite the collection of sports memorabilia here.
Yeah, we have quite a bit. We have quite a bit that's not displayed yet too.
And for those who are interested in sports cards, I'll keep panning and show that whole selection that you have over there. And so, I've been out of sports cards for a while. I used to collect them heavily as a kid, and then even as a young adult. What's hot now? Just out of curiosity, boxes, packs, individual cards.
Boxes are really hot. I got back into it a couple years ago, mainly because of the store. But there's a huge. The market for sports cards is way bigger than coins or currency.
Really?
As far as you got guys our age that collected when we were kids.
Yeah, with deep pockets.
And now they're bigger into it, so a lot of the football and basketball boxes are really hot. I imagine baseball will be good come spring training.
Now there's a coin show coming up. You're going to it, I'm going to it. It's in Tinley Park. For those who are interested in going to coin shows wherever they live in the country, any tips or suggestions to those going to a coin show?
It gives you an opportunity to see, what dealers are out there that, you can try out, not only locally, but, they might not live too close there, where, they might live a couple hours away where you normally wouldn't go, that you have the opportunity to buy from.
Yeah.
Or sell to. So, just talk to them and have a conversation, and maybe you guys can build a relationship.
The American Silver Eagle, popular bullion coin a few years ago. Now the premiums have made it a little tougher to stack. What is the premium on an ASC now?
2023s are selling for like 34, 35.
Okay.
Backdates premiums have come down, so you're sitting at right around like 28 to 30 an ounce, depending on the date.
Are people still buying them, or is it slowed down?
No, they're still buying them. Not like they were. This is actually the first year I didn't order monster boxes because of the premiums.
Yeah.
So, I personally stayed away from them. I've been stacking generics and 10-ounce bars and kilos and whatnot, so
Yeah.
I personally stay away from the Eagles.
When it comes to straight stacking, people wanting to put weight, let's start with the age-old debate between rounds and government-issued coins. Say, for example, a Buffalo round versus a Britannia. If people come in and they really don't have a strong opinion either way, what advice do you give them between a government-backed bullion coin, that's an actual coin, or just the straight silver value of a round? Because there's something to be said for both.
Well, so most people aren't stacking for collectability or whatnot. So like people that are coming in looking to invest in gold and silver, I'm gonna put them in like a 1-ounce buffaloes or 5-ounce bars or 10-ounce bars. I don't recommend 100-ouncers, even though the lower premium, just harder to move. So 1-ounce, 5-ounce, 10-ounce is what I recommend to them. They're not collecting for the collectability, so government minted stuff I would recommend staying away from unless you want to pay a higher premium. Let's get them as close to spot as possible. And so 1-ounce, 5-ounce, 10-ounce.
Let me ask you about sleepers, and I'll throw out a couple. few years ago, Libertads were a sleeper coin. People basically stacked it for bullion and nothing else. Now it's collectible. The Rattlers, which you know I love, and we both feel the same way because I see you've been accumulating those as well. Is there anything out there that you could think of, like, man, that's really not appreciated by the public now, but in 2 years from now, maybe people will wake up and everybody will be collecting XYZ, whatever item?
I mean, it's hard to say. Everybody has their own little niches. Like me, I like GSAs, you know, the government hoard stuff. So, you know, and the premiums on those have come down a lot. So I was, you know, been able to buy them at reasonable prices. There's
like an ebb and flow, because I remember like those got real hot, and now you're saying they're coming down to earth a little bit. They're still not cheap, but they're not at the highs that they were like a year ago, right?
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, so I mean, like common date, like 82, 83, 84 CC GSAs, you know, typically you could buy them, you know, 275 to 300. And like a year ago, they were like 350, 400. So,
okay.
You know, the prices have come down on those. So, I mean, I like that stuff. You know, I'm a silver dollar person. But that's collectability stuff, you know. If you're investing in, you know, silver to go up to whatever number that you have in your head, then, you know, silver generic is where it's at.
Yeah, a lot of us kind of fluctuate between, you know, straight stacking and putting weight in the safe, and then also keeping our interests alive with the numismatics.
Which is nice that, you know, they come out with different things. So like, you know, this Las Vegas 1.5 ounce roulette wheel, you know, or a 1 ounce popcorn, or, you know, different things, you know, Disney coins and, you know, different stuff that keeps our interest, and yet it still has, you know, silver or gold in it. You know, it just works out that way that, you know, once you've been starting to stack or whatever, you know, then you're starting to get a little bit more pickier on, you know, well, I'm going to buy what I like, or, you know, and I always tell people, you know, you should buy what you like anyways. But, you know, just starting out, I don't recommend, you know, taking $100 and putting it in a 1 ounce collectability versus, you know, buying 4 or 5 buffaloes.
Yeah, if people are starting out, you know, build that weight before you start deviating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, today we're shooting on Valentine's Day. You know, I'm taking Mrs. T out to a fancy seafood dinner tonight. I've got some coupons for Long John Silver's. Don't want to spend too long here.
There you go. I hope she enjoys it.
No, I'm kidding about that. I know better than that. But I appreciate the time is what I'm trying to say. And I wish you the best, and I'm going to actually do some shopping around here, man.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks. We've reached the point in the video where I show you what I purchased, but first, a special thank you to these channel members. If you'd like to join them in supporting my efforts to bring you videos like this, check the video description. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now let me show you what I purchased. There is one of those generic buffaloes that Rich talked about, the cheapest silver you can get, and I picked it up for the purpose of melting in my furnace. Yeah, I do silver pours. And I also picked up this Elvis Presley old art bar. It's a beauty, and it's for my wife. Ever since she saw that Elvis movie, she's a big fan.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you